The creature has been a prominent part of local legends for centuries, and its origins can be traced back to the Northumberland region of England. Water lepers, known as Llamhigion ydwr and pronounced roughly Llamhigion adur in their native Wales. It is a creature from Welsh folklore that lived in swamps and ponds. It is named for the large leaps it takes as it hops over the water surface. When moving like this, these beings are extremely fast, being compared with lightning bolts. The water leper is generally regarded as a malevolent creature that should be avoided at all costs. Its appearance and behavior are designed to strike fear into the hearts of those who encounter it. The water leper is described as a giant frog with a bat's wings instead of forelegs, or sometimes like those of a flying fish, no hind legs, and a long lizard or snake-like tail, which, in some depictions, ends in a sharp stinger. It jumps across the water using its wings, hence its name. Their broad mouths are full of very sharp teeth. Their bodies are 2 to 3 feet long, with tails twice as long again. Water lepers can live on lake fish, but their appetites are so voracious that they quickly deplete the fish stocks in any lake they inhabit. They will attack almost anything, and regularly destroy the nets and lines of local fishermen. They also attack swimmers and livestock drinking at the water's edge. Water lepers have been known to try to knock fishermen out of their boats by deliberately leaping at them. They can emit a piercing shriek which can startle an unwary fisherman or animal, making their attack easier. In the water, up to 12 of the creatures can attack a human-sized victim at the same time. They seem to prefer the meat of sheep, cattle, and humans. They may spread out and attack a target from all sides at once. One creature may stand a little way off and shriek just as the others are swimming or leaping to the attack. They have no natural enemies apart from enraged fishermen and deadlier water monsters such as lake worms and water horses. Stinger at the end of their tail. This gives the water leper one additional attack per round, causing damage as a dagger. In the case of a stinger, the attack also causes mild poison damage, like the venom of a small, mildly venomous snake. If it catches a sheep, the only part left untouched would be the fleece, found downstream several days later. If the water leper encountered a lone fisherman on a deserted lake, he was likely to suffer the same fate, with only his indigestible hat and boots reappearing the next day. In one story, a man was fishing in the Llywelyn glass when he hooked one of these spirits. It was not physically strong, since the man could reel it in without any trouble at all. When the water leper was almost on shore, however, its head emerged above the water and it let out a loud, horrible shriek that dazed the fisherman. The fisherman almost fell in the water, but his friend, who was standing beside him, managed to grab him. It was said that if sheep got into the water of the Llywelyn glass lake, the Llamhigion ydwr would grab onto them and drag them to the bottom of the lake, presumably to devour the animals. This belief was so common, in fact, that shepherds would teach their dogs to never follow a sheep into the lake, lest the monster would drown and eat the dog as well.